Morning everyone, just to give you a rundown of what we have here. So our system has a 8 kilowatt single phase Sunsynk hybrid inverter with two 5.3 kilowatt 100 amp Sunsynk batteries. And then we have these different components. This one here, this is your fuse disconnect. Should something happen with the batteries in the event of emergency, you would pull on these two levers, swing it down, and that would then disconnect the batteries from the inverter. On the left hand side, we have our isolator box or DB box, whatever you want to call it. This is where all of the DC comes in from the solar panel. So we have a surge protection devices in there, and then the two breakers, one for each string. Over here we have all of our AC. This is the electricity going out from the inverter or coming back in from the city of Cape Town. But as you know, we've switched off the mains coming from the city of Cape Town. So you can see that here on the inverter, as that AC light at the top is switched off. And also you can see now that we are producing on string 2 from the solar about 470 watts and 100 watts on string 1, and that is because we only have 6 panels connected to string 1, and right now there is a bit of shade on those panels from the chimney. But later during the day they are running at, or they should be running at peak output, and that gives us a combined output of 580 watts. As you can see, the house is using now 3,400 watts, so that's 3.4 kilowatts, and that is because the geyser is on. By the way, there's no load splitting. The geyser and the stove and everything runs on this inverter. We did put on some time back a timer for the geyser, so the geyser only goes on a couple of times during the day. In fact, it goes on every 4 hours and it runs for an hour, so that makes sure that we have constant hot water and we don't use as much electricity. Then you can see most of that 3.4 kilowatts that the house is using right now is coming from the batteries. So 3 kilowatts, 3,000 watts coming from the batteries. The batteries are sitting at 24% right now, and like I said, the rest of that shortfall is coming from the solar. So as the solar ramps up, the system will automatically throttle down on what it needs from the batteries. So it'll throttle down on the batteries, and as the solar then ramps up, it will eventually take over the whole load for the entire house. So this is a system. This is day 1, 1st of October 23. So we are going to see how long we can keep that main breaker switched off so that we don't take any electricity from the city of Cape Town. And I'll try and keep this going for as long as I can, and I'll try and post some updates. But like I said, this is just a test out of interest to see what we can do. I'm hoping for 100 days. That's my target. If I make it past 100 days, we'll see how far we can go. But yeah, this is it. So good luck to me.